I don't think Liverpool was exceptional this season.
Liverpool always start well, but towards the end of the season,
And a part of me actually felt like Liverpool was a bit burnt out.
where did they get it wrong? Newcastle looked like the team that were running more,
Yes.
tackling more.
They came out, they came out to die. Like they took advantage of pitch from every part of the pitch, from the beginning to the end.
They've not won a trophy in
Yes.
70
years. See the route that these guys actually traveled to the final. Their route was difficult.
Was it?
Yes.
As much as Eddie Howe is very good,
Yeah.
the new owners are heavily interested in football.
You might have the quality, you might have the talent,
Yeah.
but if someone wants it more than you,
That is it.
the desire,
Hunger. I'm
the
telling
way those
you.
guys were running on the field,
Man.
see, I need to see their heat map. Like it would be insane.
Liverpool has crash out culture. Let's be honest. Last year, Europa crash out. FA Cup crash out. The league, they were first in the league in the month of March.
Last season.
Then they lost to Crystal Palace, Everton, and Manchester United. Arsenal and Liverpool. Arsenal and Man City now took over.
This is where Arsenal could have just nicked it.
Bro,
They had just stayed
tell
in
me
there.
about it. Tell me about it.
Now it feels like everything is coming crashing down.
But Newcastle and PSG have shown us that this Liverpool that we've been admiring is not as fantastic as we think. And Slots Liverpool and Klopp's Liverpool,
Yes.
same games played. And Slots is just 2 points higher. The club also has crash out culture.
I want to say, why are British manager not on that level of dominating? Welcome back, boys. Man like Chooks. Why are you looking at me like that now, Chooks?
No, nothing. I'm not even trying to. Nothing. Everything is good.
Everything is good.
Everything is good, yeah.
Oh, no,
Lovely
what's up
Sunday,
now?
Yeah.
We're good, we're back.
Okay.
Exactly.
So,
Everything is good.
today let's talk about Newcastle United and Liverpool, the Carabao Cup final. Chooks, Eda was not here on that day when we came. When we were talking, Eda was not here. It was just you and I. And when we were talking
spoke
about
about
how many trophies can Arne Slot win in his first season in Liverpool.
Yes.
And I said the Premier League and the Carabao Cup.
Yes.
And I think you were saying.
I was saying he can go all the way.
They can go all the way.
And for three of them.
The Champions League, Premier League.
Yes. But I forgot the club has crash out culture. Honestly, elders, see, I forgot Liverpool had crash out culture, honestly. If I may just speak briefly.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, the club has crash out culture, and it's not just today. And then if we look at past history and look at what they've done today, it is proof. Look at how terrible this week has been for the Reds.
No, but for Arne Slot, can't you give that benefit of doubt that it's his first season? I know today
No.
in the Liverpool were very poor. Newcastle United, well deserved. They deserved
Yes.
to go all through. Newcastle were very, very, very poor. First
Yes.
half, second half, even more Salah.
Yes.
Like Mo Salah was looking ordinary.
He didn't do nothing.
He didn't do anything.
Nothing.
It just felt like ever since Nuno Mendes.
Yes.
Like
Neutralized him.
Neutralized him.
Yeah.
He has not really played.
That's
So-
what they
so-
still
so-
have in their mind.
I just think it's a thing where, like I always say, it just takes one team to break down someone. Every other person will
That's
use
what
that
Chicks
template.
was saying.
Why
Everybody
would I
has
use
seen
something
it.
else when I can see something that has worked against you? I'll just do the same thing. That's what I'm
telling
saying
you.
against Liverpool.
So where did they, like for today's game
It's been
now,
exposed.
where did they get it wrong in today's game? Like, because Newcastle looked like the team that were running more,
Yes.
tackling more.
Yes.
Jolinton was, look at
Plus.
who were using physicality,
Everything.
pace
Everything.
to play them.
I think the shortest person in Liverpool is Bruno Guimaraes and he's 5'9". Tonali is 5'11". Bronze is 6'7".
That-
Tonali, Jolinton is about
Jolinton,
6'2".
yeah.
Like they took advantage of from every part of the pitch, from the beginning to the end, in defense, in attack. At a particular time in the game,
Yeah.
Liverpool had 9 touches in the opposition's box, and Liverpool had 0. Sorry, Newcastle had 9, and Liverpool had 0 touches.
I think it just boils down
What?
to the fact that they wanted it more.
They wanted it more.
These guys have not won a trophy in
Yes.
70
years.
70
And they
years.
finally get to the final. They are seeing a trophy in front of them. They were ready to die today. That's just what happened.
And that's what they did. They came out, they came out to die. Imagine, do you know what it is like? And Eddie Howe has done everything that he's meant to do. The new owners, the Saudi owners have done everything they were meant to do.
Yeah.
So it was left for the players to just
do what
bleed
they
on the
have to
pitch.
play.
And they did it.
Now,
And they delivered.
let's talk about Eddie Howe now.
Yes.
And I know he used to be in Bournemouth.
Yes.
And he kept them in the Premier League for a certain period of time, which is not easy to do. People think it's easy.
It's not
but
easy.
It's not easy.
Ask
now.
Leicester.
He kept Bournemouth. And they went on relegation. Of
Yes.
which when they went on relegation, I think he decided to stay, like he wasn't taking any job. And the next job he took was Newcastle United. I think when he took over Newcastle United and they were struggling for relegation. Then ever since then, I think he has been in Newcastle for 4 years.
Yes.
They've gone to the
He
Champions
joined
League.
2021.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've gone to the Champions League.
Yes.
They're a very difficult side to beat. If you go to
Yes.
St. James Park, it doesn't matter if
feel
you
it.
have
you
the
remember
Vinicius
the
or any.
culture of the
You
club.
have to play your A game on that day at St.
Yes.
James Park. But for a manager that the last time an English manager won a major trophy was Harry Redknapp.
Redknapp.
Yes.
And I remember that era because I used to have an uncle that support Portsmouth because of Kanu Wanko. So anywhere Kanu goes.
That's a long time ago.
And before this game, they were like, "Can he do it?" There was pressure on him as well.
Yes, because English managers don't win much.
They don't win much.
It's the
There was
Spanish managers that dominate.
Yes, there was pressure on what was his name?
Eddie Howe.
Eddie Howe, rather. So far, he has done a good job. We can say he has done well so far. He deserves a lot of credit.
He has
Yeah.
given the standards of Newcastle,
Newcastle.
if I'm being honest, right? But at the same time, you can also discount the amount that the new owners have brought in, the way they have revitalized that club, from the training pitch to the stadium to even the coach investment in terms of bringing him in and how much they've given him, and that's also affected the quality of players they've gotten. That's also made them look like a more serious club. And like I think, like Chuk said earlier, every other thing around the football, apart from the football itself, had been done for a while. It was just now left for the football itself to deliver. And with those things, it's just a matter of time when you have everything going. I think it's almost the same template, like I can say, like with what City did as well. They brought in the money, they brought in a good investment around training facilities, around stadium, around players, and of course.
And this first trophy can be the start of news.
Of course.
It can
but
be the
doesn't-
start.
Yeah, what you said is valuable, but it doesn't always work. If you look at the Blues, the Blues came in. It's true now because the Blues have the money. They came in with. They've used how many managers now? But anyway, let's not talk about the Blues. We're talking about Newcastle. No. Let's not talk about Chelsea. It's true, but we're talking about Newcastle land. So yes, he's right. That is it. That is just what is working for Newcastle. As much as Eddie Howe is very good, the new owners are heavily interested in football.
Yep.
Heavily interested in football, and he blended well. I don't want to go back to the Blues example, but yeah, we can find situations where the investment comes in and the managers don't know who to buy. So you have all the money, but yet to keep purchasing the wrong people, right? But Eddie Howe and the new owners, they just had some strategic signings, and those signings have worked from them. Ever since that guy joined that club, the trajectory has just been going up. And that is that.
And we are sure, like this season, they can actually be either in the Champions League or
very
Europa.
possible. Yeah, they're going to Europe.
They're going to
Honestly,
Europe.
if they even do Conference League, it's going to be it's shameful. They shouldn't even do.
I think
Conference
they'll be in
League.
Europe.
Yes, they should
They'll
in
be either
Europe.
Europa or the Champions League.
Or the Champions League. Yes, they're not even Conference. Yes, they should be-
They'll do
Yes.
well.
The club I'm actually scared of now is Chelsea dropping out the way they are going.
It's Chelsea
Yes.
that are dropping out. So let's talk about someone like I want to talk about Dan Burn. He had his first call up to England, and I think he's the oldest or so.
Yeah,
In a week
and
where
the tallest player in the Premier League.
yeah, and in a week where they called him, and that same week he's winning a trophy.
Yeah, very important.
Very important. And today he was like he reminded me of Matarazzi. He was
of the past.
he was everywhere. He played very, very well today.
It's a case, like I said earlier, wanting it more. See, you might have the quality, you might have the talent,
Yeah.
but if someone wants it more than you,
That is it.
the desire,
Hunger. I'm
the
telling
way those
you.
guys were running on the field today,
Man.
see, I need to see their heat map. Like, it would be insane. Like, you could tell that, and a part of me actually felt like Liverpool was a bit burnt out. I think maybe all
Do you know
of
Chooks have been, this thing you're
Yeah.
saying? Do you know Chooks have been saying this thing that
No,
like
Same
because
thing.
almost towards like Edda, sorry to cut you short. Like every time, look at Liverpool always start well, but towards the end of the season,
they
they
burn out.
it's as if they fall short. So
They-
a
I
part
think-
of you
I
feel
think,
they burnt
like,
out.
I feel like they're a bit exhausted now from running in the Champions League to team, and now so it's like they're crashing out.
They're
And
crashing out.
this is where I'm sorry to digress to say this is where Arsenal could have just nicked it. If they had just stayed
tell
in
me
there.
about it. Tell me
Because
about it.
now it feels like everything is coming crashing down.
Yes.
But the distance between
Yes, it's too
Newcastle,
much.
Liverpool and Arsenal
It's too
is
much. 58 to 70 is too much.
Yeah.
It's 12 points gap. It's
If
a
they
lot.
had just stayed in there,
If you had stayed in there, it's an opportunity for us to take over because PSG has shown you. PSG has shown you that this is the club that you are all admiring in England and you're thinking is the best. Guess what? I want this more than them.
Yeah.
PSG knocked them out. Newcastle has shown you again in the same week. It was just left for Arsenal. You're the ones who are chasing these guys. They give you multiple opportunities. You also have to be consistent. Show them that you need it more than them and you will get it. It's simple, right? But Newcastle and PSG have shown us that this Liverpool that we've been admiring is not as fantastic as we think. And again, like I said earlier, crash out culture.
Why do you,
No. Liverpool has crash out culture. Let's be honest.
I know last season.
Right from 2007 Champions League final with AC Milan,
Uh-huh.
they played everything they were meant to play. Inzaghi scored 2 goals.
Yes.
2012-2013 season against when they were going for the league, Gerrard slipped.
The one they embarrassed.
that's
Them
the
Bar
one
scored.
that Demba-
They lost it. What happened next? 2018
The
Champions
Champions
League
League
final
that
with
the
Liverpool,
goalkeeper-
with Madrid. Carrios.
Carriers.
3 terrible mistakes. Plus Salah's injury, I can't blame him.
Yeah.
Sergio Ramos was
Sergio
just
Ramos was just
dirty, but that's okay, right?
uh-huh.
Crashed out. Last year, Europa crash out. FA Cup crash out. The league, they were first in the league in the month of March.
Last season.
Then they lost to Crystal Palace, Everton, and Manchester United. Arsenal and Liverpool, Arsenal and Man City now took over. And then they also crashed out of, I mentioned Europa, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, so that's how they lost Europa and they lost what's
The
it
Premier
called?
League.
They
But they-
lost the Premier League. And
That
then
was
they went
last
with-
season.
That was last season.
And
And
they-
then they went to Carabao.
Carabao.
The club also has crash out culture. Let's be honest. Because look at these things I'm mentioning in previous years, and it's not just even on that club.
No,
You understand?
I feel sad because
And
personally,
it's happening again.
I
you
felt
know,
like
we're seeing it.
with Alan Slot, I felt like they had escaped that I
dark
just-
cloud
that
hovering
cloud.
over them.
No,
Yes.
I was happy, genuinely happy for them that
Me too.
these guys, it was working.
We said it on this show.
Yeah, we did actually.
We said it
And
on
then-
the show.
And maybe now I'll agree with Chooks.
Eh?
When just the same way this guy was always saying, "Oh, they're not ready.
Who's that?
Chelsea.
Enzo Maresca.
Okay,
Maresca.
yeah.
I feel like it's almost as if it's the same mentality. Like, okay, maybe they are not there yet. But the sad thing is, with the uncertainty around like Salah leaving at the end of the season,
Yeah.
and
Van Dijk not signing a contract.
He has not signed.
Feels like Trent is already gone.
So
Like, you
now-
feel like he wants to go to Madrid.
next season, I don't know what's going to happen to Liverpool.
To me, I'm not good. Like I know, I was telling you.
And sorry to cut
Okay.
you short before you go
Ah.
into what you're going to say. To tackle what you said earlier, that there'll be contrary to what everybody's saying,
Say what?
I don't think Liverpool was exceptional this season.
Oh, Abi.
All clubs, we were all terrible.
Abi.
We were very. Look at City. Look at Man U. Look at
Abi.
Tottenham.
Because
we were all
Elder-
on this particular.
Elder is correct.
This kind of season.
Yes, now.
This kind of season is the season that a Leicester City wins the league. I'm
Yes.
telling you.
Where you see,
If not for the fact that even Forest did not start on time.
I'm telling you, Forest might have been up there
Forest
because they
might have won
picked
the
they
league.
picked later. They picked- No, it's true. What he's saying is making sense.
Yes.
And slots Liverpool and Klopp's Liverpool.
Yes.
Same games played. And slots is just 2 points higher. 2
But-
points.
but
So he's
s-
right in the sense that nothing fantastic has really been done.
No. I don't agree in terms of nothing fantasy. See, irrespective of this.
The
this is-
results don't lie now.
No, wait, irrespective.
Results
See,
don't lie.
Wait. This is an onslaught first season.
No
Wait,
doubt.
wait.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Top of the Champions League.
Wait,
now.
where's that now?
No,
Wait,
it's gone.
wait. No.
Where's that now?
No, yes, they are out, no
Yeah.
doubt. But in his first season, top of the Champions League, in
Yeah.
his first season is where it seems Mohamed Salah is on a different level, playing one of his best football. In his first season is where
Salah is looking for new contracts. So take that on table.
Wait, it's not easy for a manager to see. It's not easy for a manager to come to a football team and keep the players, motivate them to still go and challenge. And in his first season,
We
it looks
agree.
like they will likely win the Premier League. In his first season, he went to a final. He went to a final, which is the Carabao Cup final.
Yes.
In his first season.
But the culture is more than his first season.
Wait, Duke. So is this like I'm not going to like for this first season? I will say if I'm to, I know the season is not yet over, but if I'm to rate an slot in his first season, I'll give him
He has
8.
done well.
He has done fantastic
Of course,
well.
he scores an A.
Yeah, he scores an A. He has done
Yeah, he
well.
has done what he
But
can do.
we know he can. There's still more.
I want to ask you a very controversial question.
Yeah.
If by some stroke of luck, let's assume, most likely will not happen though.
Yeah.
Alan Slow doesn't win the Premier League.
Yes.
Let's say someone else wins it.
Yes.
Would this season still be a great season for him?
Of course not now. It won't be, of course now. Right now. Right. No.
You know what? You know why I said. You know why I asked you that question?
Why?
Okay. Now, if Amori wins the Europa,
Yes.
would you say he has had a bad season?
No, he had a good season. He had a good season.
No.
If that happens, of course, Amorim had a good
Of course, he
season.
had a good season.
If
But,
even-
but right now, for an onslaught right now, we can say is the winning the Premier League is what is going to. He has like they've won some like couple of games. They've won games like even when they play against the big teams, he has gotten good results.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't win the Premier League, he drops from an A to a B.
Okay.
In terms of performance, it's not that he drops in terms of performance.
No. See, let's be honest though.
Yeah.
Let's be honest though. If Anslot does not win the Premier League,
Which is not.
let us the Carabao and the other ones. Okay, let's
Yeah.
even excuse it. These people played better, but Premier League is a marathon. It's not one game
It's
knockout.
not one game. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have 9 games left. If
Yeah.
Anslot doesn't win this Premier League,
I don't.
it's bad though.
It will be very bad.
It doesn't fall to a B. It falls to a C.
Okay.
I don't see that happening.
No,
though.
No, of course
but
we don't see it happening, but
we have
it's
seen
bad
the
though.
way the season has been going. This,
Yes.
like, trust me.
Anything can
Anything
happen.
can happen. That's just let's leave it that way.
Anything can happen. Liverpool went in today as favourites. They had 1.2 odds on betting platforms, and Newcastle had 3.8.
So they were, of course,
They were
the
favourites
They were
to
favourite to
win. They
win,
are
of
better
course.
than Newcastle. They beat Newcastle in St James Park this season.
Yes.
They are a better squad, head for head, experience in terms of the managers, player experience as well.
But final is a
But
different
it
ball
showed,
game.
it just showed that these guys
today-
just wanted it more simple,
But
and they didn't play.
they didn't play. They didn't
Look,
play.
Luis Diaz couldn't run into the box without crashing into a defender. Mo Salah didn't touch the ball.
Isaac.
Oh
Can you
my
talk
God.
about Isaac?
No, Isaac has been exceptional this season. Like he's like everybody wants Isaac. now.
Everybody is
except
potential.
Man City, because me,
He
I
has
always said
potential.
I'll always pick a Haaland over Isaac
He has,
anytime.
he has the potential
But-
to become.
But Isaac has been very, very good.
Yes.
And I think he came with Eddie Howe is the one that actually
Yeah,
he
it's
has,
part of the signing.
it's part
yes,
of the signing.
from
So he
Eddie
has
Howe,
taken
yeah.
his game to
the next
next
level.
to the next
Yeah.
level. And it's a problem for defenders.
Very big one.
You know, already in this game he already had a chance that was
Yes.
called offside.
Because he scored
He
offside.
scored
exactly.
offside goal.
Yeah, it was offside. Yes.
I think that was the first warning for
yes.
for
I
the
think it was. Yes, you're right. You're right.
For the
They
Liverpool-
had a square play that was offside.
that was
You're
offside.
right.
That was the warning. Then
And then not too long after that offside, he now scored.
that was the one. Oh, not too long again.
Yes.
He now scored.
I think the most ridiculous thing is that he doesn't look like the threat.
He
that
does
just-
not.
Yes.
And he's so skinny. You think you can bully him?
Yes.
Because he's skinny. But don't you dare.
He
He's
doesn't
strong.
look. He doesn't look like.
Look at the way he
This is-
embarrassed Saliba.
I get what you say. I get
Look
what
at
you-
what he did to Gabriel, my boys, the best CBs in the Premier League. And funny enough, for as much as we are talking about this thing,
Yeah.
you see the route that these guys actually traveled to the final. Their route was difficult.
Was
Yes.
difficult. They
From
had-
Newcastle
Nottingham
United.
Forest to Chelsea
Yes.
to Arsenal home and
Who
away.
was home and away?
They played, they did
They-
everything that they could. And
Very
then they go
true.
to this final and they won it. So they too, they had a very good, they played very good game. They wanted it as well. It's proof. They beat me home and away, 2-0.
But-
With the same strategy, counter attack.
I can remember.
Just counter attack.
I can remember Chooks actually saying that they had a chance after that first leg.
Hey, God.
Eh?
We didn't score. I didn't score home and away against Newcastle. You see, Bruno Guimaraes,
Yeah.
the Brazilian player.
Yeah.
I don't like him I don't like him because I'm an Arsenal fan.
Why?
Joelinton.
Is
I
it
don't
because-
like-
is it because-
that's what I said, because I'm an Arsenal fan.
Okay.
Joelinton. I don't like Joelinton is not the best player, but you want Joelinton on your squad.
Because of that physicality.
That
Today,
physicality.
if you see what he did today,
Look at
Yeah.
Joelinton.
He's a
He
strong
knows
player.
he's 6'2", he knows he's strong and he uses it.
very well
Simple.
to break all
So
those
he's not
passes.
the best footballer. He's not the best footballer, but that thing he has, that physicality and strength he has,
Yes.
is that not what Bones used to score? I know I'm not the best, but I'm tall. See this ball, Lua, let me use it.
Yeah.
Diaz did not run with his speed. We know Diaz speed. We know Salah's speed. Like, where was Alisson? Why didn't they use Alisson today? Is
No,
it
I
just
guess maybe
fatigue?
No, I don't know. You know, when I saw the lineup,
Yes, I
they
was
said
surprised.
you know it was the same guy that kept in the last game.
Yeah, he's the one. He's
So
the
maybe
one,
I
and he's
get-
done well. Though,
Yeah, so
honestly.
maybe they just sometimes you just want to stick with the same person that you've been using
Yeah,
for, the,
maybe
for the
if-
competition.
if-
And to be fair, there's no need. Also, going into penalties, it seems that guy is very good at
He's good though.
at saving.
Yeah,
he's good at saving penalties. So Anaslot just decided to use that guy. But Eddie Howe now, as a British manager now,
Yes. winning the Carabao.
winning the Carabao Cup
Mm.
now. And like I said, the last time the British manager won was 2008.
A long
right?
time, yeah.
Why? I want to say, why are British manager not on that level of dominating? Like,
Mm.
when I mean, I'll give an example now. Eddie Howe has been in management before Arteta.
Mm.
Yeah.
He has been in management before Arteta. But right now, if both managers are out of a job,
Mm.
I can say Arteta is likely to be called by a Barcelona or a Madrid
Over Eddie Howe.
over
Yeah.
Eddie Howe.
Yeah.
It's perception.
what-
first?
Is
No,
it,
I
secondly-
think it's beyond perception.
Secondly, I think
Perception
it's-
is good.
No,
Okay.
first is perception.
Okay.
Played in Arsenal legend. This all of us has worked with Pep Guardiola. You know how they said, "Oh, he's the tactician that helps Guardiola with his tactics." So, and all of those things,
Yeah.
whether we like it or not, subconsciously,
Yeah, it counts.
it comes
Yeah.
into the
no,
way.
but Ed, I want to say something.
Yeah. Counts was the
Do you
value
know?
of it.
I was checking online. They said they've never an English manager that has won the Premier League.
Mm.
And aside from this domestic
Trophies.
this Carabao Cup, Eddie Howe won, and they won Harry Redknapp.
Harry Redknapp.
Harry
won. The
Redknapp
Portsmouth,
won.
Yeah.
They said the other 42 have been won by non-English
Non-English manager.
non-English
Ahmed.
managers.
Even
I mean,
So my own
English
is why English managers are not like, I'm not even saying why are they not in the, like, okay, we see them in the Champions League, you see their team, we see them in the Premier League.
I think
What's the problem with
I
English
think it starts
managers?
from how English football is managed. If I'm being honest.
I think. Yeah,
I
okay.
feel like
Let me hear what you
the
want to
culture
say.
of overhype
First,
has first
I wanted
ruined
to say
football.
it. Hype.
No, the culture of overhype has first finished English football.
Football.
So
There's
first,
a lot of hype.
Ahmed kicks the ball in such a way that, wow, this is the best thing we've seen. This guy hasn't done anything yet. So before we know it, we actually, because of the English press again, we now look at them more than they are. Look at, I think we're talking about Rooney being a coach now.
See Rooney, Frank
Terrible.
Lampard,
Terrible.
Gary Neville.
All these guys.
Terrible. They're crashing out.
And
They're not
I know the
going
funny
to-
thing, all these guys too, within their age group, the other non-English players, the company, Arteta,
They're doing well.
Zabi Alonso,
From the same people
like
that played
almost
at
in
the
that
same
era,
time.
they almost.
Yes.
So why is it that the English ones?
Yeah, are not doing fine, and then
No,
those ones. So what he has said is fact. Number one is hype. The way they hype everything around their football, right? If you look at English football, English football alone,
Yeah,
even the country itself right now is trusting Thomas Tuchel to help them win a trophy. They're not even depending on an English manager. The English football, when last did they win Euros? Have they even ever won the Euros? When did they win World Cup? 1966. So there's a lot of hype around their football and around their players. There was no reason why Grealish was meant to be 100 million.
true.
No reason. So there's a lot of hype around everything that they do. That's why. So when it now comes to showing the tactics of the hype, living
Yeah.
up to the hype that is around you, that is everywhere on the papers, on the TV, they have nothing to show.
But they have the best infrastructures. They have the best.
Ahmed, see, you
they have
understanding-
everything that can
you
make them
understand-
to
it's just
become
like
good
playing-
managers. Why don't they?
Being a manager has a lot to do with tactics and not a lot to do with infrastructure. So first and foremost, your understanding of the game, the way you read the game, it's like chess.
Exactly.
If you are a master tactician, then you apply that knowledge to,
Yes.
to the football. So don't forget, you are playing against a team that also has a tactician. Your ability to respond to any tactics that is thrown your way is what makes you exceptional. Your ability to set up your team in such a way that the other guy cannot break down.
Yes.
And that's why Pep came in with his own style. And
Yes.
everybody's like, oh, this is Pep's style. That is why Anamori will tell you, bro, I play a 3-4-3. And that's what
That's
I'm
my
very good. I
style.
want to, that's my style.
I'll stick to it.
He knows
yeah.
the tactics around that style. If you come with your 4-4-2 and you are still running around the flank or trying to play cross and nod in this era, probably
No,
something
No,
will work.
I used to say English managers are good for international tournaments because of the way they like to play more of counter-attacking football.
Who
No,
is the them?
No, they are
Gareth
good.
Southgate?
Gareth Southgate tried. You
Two
can't-
finals now.
Yeah. That's
He
it's
didn't
not
win the
easy.
trophy.
He didn't win it, of course, but it's not easy. They're always good for. Like, I feel their style of play is good for international tournament. But when it comes to like league or maybe like that's where maybe they fall short. Like you see someone like Eddie Howe, credit to him, he has done very, very well for like if Newcastle United now wants to go to that next level, when I mean that next level of being there challenging like the Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, of course they know that it
They know
cannot.
that, yeah.
That was going to be my exact
It's not.
next
It's not
question.
the person to take them to that next
Why?
level. You ask me why?
Chooks, why?
I don't think he'll be there. I think yeah. See, for me, Eddie Howe is a very good manager, right?
Yeah.
But it looks like managers that come in for a particular purpose.
Yes.
I don't think Eddie Howe was brought in so that he can come and win leagues like the Premier League.
Yeah.
You understand? See, that Carabao that they won today, the truth about it is this. It doesn't really matter so much to Liverpool fans.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
No.
No.
Let me tell you. See,
Choose. You know
So
why I say so?
they could have
Match-
done a double.
No. Yes.
Yes.
They could have done it,
For
and
that-
they could have
for the-
even
for
closed
the
the gap
story
with
that-
Manchester United
for the
on
fact that they could
domestic
have done
trouble.
it
So
double.
Man U has 19. So if that
For
one
the
today,
fact that they could have done a double, yes, it's a silverware in your locker room. But trust me, man,
what?
it's just like, how do I put it now? Like when any Manchester United fan was coming to have a conversation with me when they won the Carabao 2 years ago, and you're telling me ETH don't win trophy. ETH don't win trophy. But in a Carabao Cup you win.
No, you can't say this
Is it-
this trophy didn't
No,
matter
see,
to
that's
them.
what-
I
that's
think
what
it
I'm trying to say.
matters though.
Eddie Howe is a very good manager, right?
Yes.
But like you said, I don't think he's the kind of manager that you want to bring in to take Newcastle to the point where they can win a Champions League.
Of course.
He's not.
Yeah. Yes.
Newcastle to the point where they can win a Premier League.
So is that so?
No, he's not.
No.
He's not. He's not.
So my
He
question
might-
is, what is it that these other guys are doing? The non-English guys that do the English. Is it that even the English people can they travel to the
I
Spain,
think,
the
I think
Italy?
start from the quality of football
the-
first.
yes, the football itself as a sport being played and the way it is
Can
being
you
played,
compare
in,
it
the way it is being played in
Spain?
Spain, Italy, and the way it's being played in England. Oh yeah, let's use the competitions that they use. For example, the Europa and the Champions League.
Yeah.
Right? Who wins it more?
The Spanish and the Italian.
Exactly.
Who wins
Why?
Europa more? Spanish guys.
Spanish
Why?
guys.
They play the best football there, but there's a lot of hype and popularity around the Premier League, which, I mean, it's not a bad thing. The Premier League is one of the best leagues in the world.
Yes.
I watch the Premier League before I watch any other league.
Me too.
Of course, you understand, but numbers don't lie. The Spanish clubs do better whenever it comes to international trophies, international competitions
Sure.
that involves every other league.
Mhm.
Hey, simple. They have a better reading of the game in Spain,
Yeah.
in that part of Spain, Italy, that part of Europe. For example, look at defense.
So you don't.
Everybody knows that defense.
Yeah.
When it comes to defense,
Italy.
Italian
Italy.
defense is the best.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that attack.
Spanish
Spanish
attack
is
is
the
the
best.
best.
Okay, everybody knows that in Premier League. Tell me, what's that thing that is the best?
Can you play on a cold night in Sheffield?
I beg. No, what's that thing? What's that thing really that's the best?
The only thing
It's like a
everybody-
popularity
the only
contest.
thing everybody talks about when they talk about England is speed.
Speed and
Speed.
physicality.
You can't even say physicality, bro.
In Italy,
Go and try Italy. Now.
the Italians are very physical.
So they
They
might
don't-
not be fast.
The league is yes,
But
not
they
very
are-
fast.
So you
yes,
don't think
yes.
someone like Eddie Howe now, if he goes into a club that he has a financial backing, you don't think he will do well?
I'm not
From
saying
what,
it's impossible.
no, like from what we've seen, like let's say now there are a lot of restrictions in terms of the Saudi takeover, so they can't really do things as compared to when Man City was bought. So there are a lot of
Yeah.
checks and all that. But if he gets like a club that gives him that financial backing, what we see, don't you? Can he go on to win like a Premier League Eddie Howe? Someone like Eddie Howe, does he with financial backing and good quality
Right.
players?
Right now, I don't think.
Because see, last season when they played PSG, or was it 2 seasons ago?
2 seasons ago,
They
4-1
they
also.
they played
Yeah.
well. Oh.
they played PSG
Right
well.
now, I don't think they are there yet.
Like Eddie Howe,
Right.
like if you
I don't think.
for like Eddie Howe, if you the cap like he's more of the Carabao, the FA Cup,
Well,
top 4,
you know why?
Europa.
You know the whole thing is
It's like he said, Chuk said earlier, it's that marathon.
mm,
It's
It's
not just
lengthy.
about beating a city at home or playing. It's when you
will you
go,
do it again next week?
when
Will
you
you
go
do
to
it
go and play Bournemouth,
Mhm.
when you go and play Everton, you know those little games that you should be winning
Mhm.
and you didn't drop points.
Yeah.
You didn't draw. That's where it counts.
And they actually lost to Bournemouth 4-0.
And that's why it might be a bit difficult. You see how cup games it's just okay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
you can count.
You
yeah.
can count and
5 games
you're
in the final.
in the final. But when it comes to the marathon, is he there yet? I'd say not
to
yet.
maintain that
Yeah,
mentality week in, week out.
Yeah.
They were on serious form when they made that Bournemouth now.
There's a reason why.
Yes, now.
Yeah,
This guy was going to score a goal. Sorry to
Yeah,
cut you
no
short.
problem.
Isaac was going to score and become part of the people who scored 8 straight consecutive or 6 straight
And they
consecutive games or
lost.
so. They were on serious form when they made Bournemouth.
Yeah.
And then they lost by 4 goals. And like I said, these marathon games are different because it's not just on the manager. You understand?
Yeah.
You're looking at the keepers. You're looking at the keepers coach as well. The keeper manager. You're looking at the set piece manager.
Manager.
You're looking at physiotherapy. Like, you need to make sure that everything
Everybody
is
has to
at
be on
par.
point.
Is at par.
Everything needs to be on point because it's 38 games.
No, because I look at I'm coming back to
And that's
English.
why sometimes you see, you see the likes of like Pep, Arteta, Amory,
Mhm.
you see Alan Slot. When you look, you see that period when City was struggling. When you see Pep, you see
know.
stress. You see Amorim that just came now. He's looking
You
worn
know.
out because he's mad.
You will know. I've
To be on
I've
that
not
level.
done this type of job
And don't
in my
forget,
life.
once you hit that level,
Mm.
beyond doing everything that Chooks I just mentioned to keep your team afloat, you still have to manage the press.
Mm.
One bad game, yeah, Mr. How do you feel? You're no longer performing at that level. It's crazy and it's massive
So
pressure.
are you trying to say we'll never see an English manager win the Premier League?
We're not saying
No,
never.
of
They'll
course.
say never. No.
Oh, no, never is not the word now. We can say, what did this man do? This guy is not English. What's his name? Gerrard. Gerrard went through Steven Gerrard.
Steven
Gerrard
Gerrard.
went through a whole season with.
No, I mean like
with the
English.
guys in what's the called? He
That's,
broke a record in
isn't that Rangers?
Rangers.
That's
Yeah,
Rangers.
He went through a whole season unbeaten, right? That's something that hasn't been done in the league. And then there
But
was a
what
manager,
happened when he came
an
to
English
Premier
guy
League?
that did it there.
So what? So what happened?
Wait,
You see,
he crashed. But I'm trying to say like
what is what? No,
Wait,
man,
Premier
what-
League is another level.
what I'm trying,
We need
yeah,
to
what I'm
agree
trying to
that.
say is like you can never say never.
Yeah.
Right? That was a record that had never been done.
Okay,
before.
now I'll
Then
give
it
an
was-
example. Frank Lampard right now is doing well in Coventry. They were struggling in relegation, but right now he has been
Ahmed,
able to
they
bring
are
them
li-
back
but
up.
he
You
was
have
with-
just see.
But if
see
he
who you-
comes,
Ahmed, see, it's like saying, I play chess with you and I can't win. Then I go to under 15 and I'm the champion. Because
Should we clap for you?
there's a mentality to it.
There's a mentality to it, yeah.
So now, if you
but they're the best punditry. Sorry.
Lampard
You
now,
can talk.
over the thing about experience and confidence that
Yeah.
over the years he might fine tune his skills
Yeah.
to the point where he comes back to the league
And
and
he's good.
He's now
Yeah.
firing on that level.
Yeah.
But that's why I said on right now, I don't think Eddie's on that level just yet. Do you understand it?
Because it would be nice for a league that is very like the most popular league. It would be nice for
For
them
an
to
Englishman to win an English
like
league.
for, even we are seeing good like we see good English managers do like dominate the league. Like what? Like I'm even looking at Frank Lampard now, and I'm already company as a manager that is from
Yeah.
Belgium. It seems like company is already
Yeah.
going to have a very good managerial career. Because
Yeah.
what he's doing
In Bayern.
in Bayern and the rest. Even Xabi Alonso.
Yeah.
And
He has
you-
some things too that are exposing him. Losing to Bochum. Look at he lost to Bochum. 18th place Bochum.
It happens.
Yeah, 3-2.
It happens to the best.
What happened yesterday?
They drew, huh?
They drew yesterday, 1-1. So
But,
it's no. What I'm-
Sometimes too, I
it's-
also
they're being
think
exposed.
For Bayern too. I feel like with the intensity that Bayern plays, it's easy to also wear out. Those guys played
High
just
intensity.
recently in the Champions League.
Yeah, recently.
And
yeah.
then so imagine you say what the Don said.
Oh yes.
Like the guy had to say, if we try this in a game with my
we
team,
won't come out.
we won't come out
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah,
not
Ancelotti
easy.
said it.
And everybody's going to shout now, "Oh, Real Madrid could not win," but it wasn't like
I saw
it's
the
difficult.
pictures. Yeah,
It's
Jude Bellingham and
at the end
Mbappe.
of that game,
Yeah.
like the players
When-
were spent.
yeah.
They looked like
When did they play? Wednesday, right?
They played on
Wednesday.
They played
Yeah.
on
Wednesday and Saturday. Ah,
Saturday.
now played on Saturday.
Anyways, let's talk Eddie Howe. Credit to him. First
For
of all,
sure,
credit,
of
just
course,
just
of
just for us to
course.
round up now. This part.
Yes,
Credit
of
to
course.
Eddie
Credit
Howe.
to Eddie Howe.
Yeah, they've done
70
it.
years.
70
Yes.
years, man.
They were the better team today.
Yes.
First half, second half. They
wanted it more.
neutralized.
They look like champions.
They look
Yes.
like champions today.
Yes.
I actually wanted Newcastle United to win. I actually wanted because even before now, I watched a documentary where they were interviewing Harry Redknapp, and he was talking about it was the last time an English guy won a major trophy
In England,
in
yeah.
England and in this final. So I really wanted that at least Eddie Howe should be
Yeah, he
the
should be
next
the-
because
yeah.
in a way I've liked him. Eddie Howe, I've liked him like right from when he was in Bournemouth. They used to cause problems. So in a way, I've really liked it. So credit to him, and
Credit to him and his
I'm
team.
happy they won.